damn it.
God dang it. Steven! Okay. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We don't have intro music yet at all, so...
We're working on it, then.
We're working on it. We're getting there. Okay, this is podcast number 1 of 2 Geeks, 1 Mic. Woo! So glad to be back here doing the podcast. Obviously, if you haven't heard, I have a co-host here with me, Liz.
Hola.
Hola. She is a geek like me. I don't know how. You introduce yourself. I'm not good at introducing other people.
I always hated introductions.
Well,
I used to do it in classes 7 out of 10. Yeah, they're like, stand up and you have to say your name and one fact about yourself, and I think it's stupid.
Okay,
Dumb.
well, say your name and then say one fact about yourself.
I'm back in school.
Yeah, but there's no other people here, so, you know, it's just you and me. And Tiffany over here to the
all
side.
the people that listen.
And all the people, yeah, but they're not watching. Their eyes are not gazed upon you in a classroom, so... Staring contest? Really?
Staring.
We're doing this right now?
Oh, no. God.
Yes!
Ah, darn it. Damn it.
Win! Okay.
I wasn't ready.
Uh-huh. Okay, so one fact about her, I guess from this, one fact about her, she doesn't like, what?
Mushrooms.
She doesn't like mushrooms. There we go. One random fact. We'll do one random fact of Liz every podcast. And, of course, everyone knows me, Ray, believe in fate, and put that tongue away.
I don't wanna.
I did...
Tasting the air.
Tasting the air has no taste.
Like an alien. No, a lizard.
Lizard. Does that pick up in the mic? That's awesome. This is the longest introduction ever. You guys know me, and Liz is over there playing with her tongue, seeing if it picks up on the mic. I do vlogs, you know my channel, Believe in Fate. This is the new channel, 2 Geeks, 1 Mic. Subscribe. Now that's pretty much done with the who part. What are we doing? We are doing podcasts, obviously, about random geeky stuff. You have anything to add to that? Zombies. Yes, this first podcast is going to be about nothing but zombies. No bunnies. No flaming bunnies. No bunnies of death. This isn't Monty Python. Even though, well, technically, oh no, that bunny wasn't a zombie. So no quivering lips. Stop it. We decided on a subject matter, and we're sticking to it. God, dang it. And oh yeah, warning. The one thing that's going to be different with me here, I guess, because Liz is married to a sailor, so she's going to be cursing like one.
I don't censor myself.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be censoring myself either, so if any of you guys who've been watching the vlog for the longest time and wondered if I curse, fuck yes, I curse, so... Oh, good thing I'm not censoring this, otherwise that would have been hell to censor. But,
Really long.
okay, ow, stop poking me, woman! Okay, so, yes, the first topic we're going to be discussing on the very first podcast is zombies. Everything zombies. And we'll be taking your suggestions or questions if you have any for us at the end of the podcast.
Did you draw a face in the O?
Yes, I did. A dead zombie face in the O. I have a little notepad here, and I wrote out zombies as our topic, and I wrote a dead face, you know, the little X's for eyes, and a tongue sticking out, yeah. Why not? Yeah, brains, and we'll be discussing that as well because what did we watch, Lizzie?
We watched 4 different movies last night, and
Yeah.
the last 2 are good. Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Resident Evil, Degeneration, and Shaun of the Dead. The last 2 are good. The first 2, not so much.
Well, it's because they're older movies.
Night of the Living Dead was in black and white, and the plot line was really slow, and then.
It's still considered a classic.
Died.
Yeah, that is one thing. It's funny. I was saying this last night that I found it more morbid in the entire movie that at the end when the main character gets shot in the head. Spoiler alert. When the main character gets shot in the head, he wasn't a zombie, so he was basically murdered by the what do we call them? The group set out to kill zombies.
And rescue
I don't know. Whatever. They were out killing all these zombies, and then they shoot the main guy in the head before he got out of the house thinking he was a zombie.
Stop making any noise, okay?
And
I was saying that before. Like, he should have said something.
yeah, he comes out of the cellar, and he's, like, all quiet, and he's holding a gun. It's like, zombies can't fire guns, dude. You should have just come out and be like, hey, I'm alive in here.
Yeah.
Something. But he didn't. He just came out and was all quiet, and he got shot right in the middle of the forehead.
Staring right through the window.
Yeah. And then the thing that was morbid to me was that it shows the group like meat hooking his body and throwing it in with all the other zombies.
There were still shots, yeah.
Yeah, with like there were pictures of it, and it just was morbid to me because he was murdered. He was a human being, even though at the same time there's all these zombies that are human beings. I know it's weird. I'm different. Leave me alone.
The plot was really slow though. It was ridiculously slow.
It was yeah. Tiffany fell asleep. Yeah, and the characters that the movie started off with died like before the black guy.
Yes, the black guy was the very last person to holy crap.
Yeah. And like the lady that's the movie started off with is like the most annoying character of the entire thing.
She was of no use.
She was.
I wanted the black guy to beat the crap out of her.
Well,
feed her to the zombies.
It's funny he threatened that to the other dude in the movie that he was gonna feed him to the zombies, but not the chick.
And she was hysterical, like all the time, or really super quiet and just sitting there doing nothing, not contributing anything to the group. I wanted her to die. She did finally.
Yeah,
not
like
soon
by
enough.
her brother.
Not soon enough.
Which was fun, hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Johnny, we have to help John. Oh, it's John. Oh my God, he's eating me. What was this one? Return of the Living Dead.
Zombies can't talk.
Yeah, they cannot.
And they were talking.
They were
lot.
like
they had a conversation.
Yeah, like they interrogated a zombie. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they interrogated a zombie.
It was hilarious because the first zombie to talk had no lips, and he goes brains, and I'm like, you need lips to say brains.
Bring more paramedics.
Yeah.
It was a full-on sentence.
That was, I was like, okay, I call bullshit right there. Because it's like, they kill the paramedics, and then the radio comes on, and it's like, do you guys need help? And the zombie reaches over, not only has the thought process to push the little clicker on the walkie-talkie, but he actually speaks into it, send more paramedics. I'm like, what was going through your mind when you saw that?
I was in shock. And zombies cannot talk.
They're dead.
Yes,
so,
let alone being able to recognize a radio and talk into it and form a complete sentence.
Or set up ambushes.
Ambushes, yes. With the guy with the hat and the glow stick and making all the cops, like 6 cop cars stop and then they open their doors and they're ambushed.
If zombies were really like that, then yeah, there'd be no way.
It had to be like a metaphor for like consumerism or something.
But yeah, they got this zombie that was like half skeleton and they strapped her to a gurney and they were like
cut in half.
Yeah.
She was all skeleton and cut in half.
And they were like why are you eating people? And she's like, brains help the pain of being dead go away, something. But she had no lips.
No lips.
And she was like just moving around the table. The animatronics was great.
We actually
tried.
We tried to see which letters people could say without
lips.
And there are 9 letters that you cannot say without
like
lips.
B, M, P.
I'd have to go through the alphabet.
Yeah, you have to go through the entire alphabet again. You want to do it?
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So there's 8.
There's 8 letters that you would need lips to say.
You need lips to say this.
These letters. So yeah, what was it that you said that maybe the plot they couldn't express the plot very well, so they needed to let the zombies.
Yeah, like the cast, like how they casted the characters. Like the characters weren't able to figure out anything, so they were too ignorant to figure it out. So they had to make the zombies be able to talk in order to understand. Stupid.
It's very. Because
disappointed.
I think that's the whole thing that we're trying to go here with the whole theories and everything. But before we get to that, what was the chick with the red hair creeped you out?
Dear God, she looked like it. She was super pale, naked, and she had bright red hair, and her jaw could like unhinge like a snake and eat people.
Yeah. If you have not seen Return of the Living Dead and you have Netflix, it's on there for free streaming. I suggest
not viewed by small children.
Yeah, don't watch it. There's like
much nudity.
Lots of nudity. Like girls walking around completely naked. So guys, hey, there you go. If you have those kind of fantasies, then you know. But yeah, all the movies that we saw, we actually saw on Netflix, aside from Shaun of the Dead, which we had to watch on DVD.
Yes.
What was the other one we got? Resident Evil Yeah, you say it.
Degeneration.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, you start this one. What did you think of this one?
I actually liked it. It's a lot different from the regular Resident Evil movies. One, because it's animated and better than all of them. They should have actually, like, seriously made all of the Resident Evil movies like it.
I agree.
Because it's so much better.
I can't follow Alice's character from the movies. I seriously can't.
You have to follow it independently. Like, each film has to stand on its own.
I know, but that's the thing. I can't think of Resident Evil and not think of the video games. Or the characters from the video games. Even though they bring some of them into it, the main character, I just can't follow. The first one, I can give him a little credit. I can't, after 5 movies, I'm sorry. Like, I stopped after the 3rd one.
There's only 4.
Okay, so are you sure? I thought there was like 5.
They're gonna be making them. I think they're trying to match how many video games
they need to stop.
They do need to stop. They need to make them more like they did Degeneration.
Yeah.
There's 6? There's 6 video games, so they're gonna be 6 movies.
God,
wait,
damn it!
Weren't they coming out with another?
Yeah, there's another one in the works.
So,
like,
oh, okay.
Mila Jovovich had confirmed online that she was set up to do another Resident Evil movie, and I'm just like,
dear Lord, no.
I have no idea why they're going to keep. I think the only material they have is the video games.
Well, they have to finish it because they left the 4th movie with like a giant cliffhanger of having the blonde chick with the spider thing on her chest.
Jill
in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Not a helicopter, just like a plane-like thing. And you can't just end it like that because it would piss so many people off.
And not unless it's people like us that just want them to finish and stop.
I was hoping that the 4th movie was going to be the last one. I was excited for it because I was like, yeah, it's the last one.
It's finally over, and then
I can see what happens, and it's like, son of a bitch!
It's actually, it's sort of like how I was very excited for the latest Fast and Furious to come out, because they have so many already. Fast 5 comes out, and I think, okay, that's it. They're finally... whatever, they're done with the racing thing. And then after they did the whole after credits scene where after the credits they showed something. But yeah, I think they should completely stop the Resident Evil live action movies and just go with the CG.
Yeah, it was a lot better, and you were able to follow the characters.
Yeah, even though there was like parts that were
hated the hair.
You really hate Leon's hair.
I really hate his hair. It's emo kid, and it's in his face, and it moves more than his jacket does, which you pointed out.
Yes, his jacket's not zipped up, but it's like sticks to his body like glue. So when he's running, it just does not.
It just stays, but his hair is like blowing in the breeze.
Yeah.
And his
they have to make him all pretty boy.
He looks like a Backstreet Boy. And how the hell can he shoot a gun with his hair
in his face? Yeah.
Like this.
I didn't appreciate the love aspect that was going. Well, not really love, but just the emotional scenes.
You mean the heart that would form in the empty space between?
Yeah, shoot that fucking heart that shows up, because it's like they'd be standing there just staring at each other for seconds on end, and Liz.
Who was standing?
Yeah, how did you say how you said it when they're standing there?
Oh, it's like there's the heart forming in the empty space. Oh, the love.
And I stand, and I'm like, yeah, fucking put a bullet through that right now, because that doesn't exist.
But
Leon's too good for that. Like, this is, and the thing with me and Leon's character, he's one of my favorite characters, Resident Evil, albeit you don't like his hair. The thing I liked about him from Resident Evil 2 was just that he was a regular cop, and him and Claire had no idea what was going on.
They keep with the flashbacks and Degeneration, but they don't have an actual movie to follow with them.
They need to make a Resident Evil 2 CG movie, I think. Even though the game was popular.
They have to make a prequel first.
Something.
To explain how she met Leon.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, but they did not explain
how
like the events that happened, because they showed you a flashback of it, but they didn't say what was
their
going
history
on.
Or anything. Yeah.
It's like, yes, you know about Raccoon City, but all what they said is that it was
not to mention that Resident Evil 2 was a Resident Evil 2 was it was a PlayStation 1 game. Mm-hmm. And not a lot of the people that watch like the live action movies now would even know the entire story of Resident Evil 2 because of that fact. That was a PlayStation 1 game.
Run and shoot your gun.
Yes, that was true. You can't run and shoot.
You can't like turn the camera while moving.
Yes, it was.
You have to, like, stand still.
It was a classic. I miss the classic Resident Evil games because it was the whole aspect that you cannot turn the camera. The cameras were set is what built the suspense because you don't know what's around that next corner. But the gameplay was amazing though.
What does this blob. Is that a zombie? I don't know. I'm gonna shoot it anyway.
Well, you have to listen for it. Duh. Don't glare at me.
I am glare. Evil
Yeah.
daggers of death shooting out of my eyeballs.
Okay.
You look like
I think the caffeine pill that you took earlier just now hit you.
it's a diet pill, not a caffeine pill.
Oh, whatever.
Its main ingredient's caffeine.
But no, I've always held to the point that they should make a CG movie for Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. Because the video game of Resident Evil 1 was fucking horrible. Like, they didn't do CG for the cutscenes. It was actors. And everyone's made fun of it. Everyone has made fun of it because the acting is so horrible. It's worse than Night of the Living Dead.
Wow.
Like they're running away from the zombie dogs in the very beginning cutscene, and then the helicopter starts flying away. One of the only CG scenes is a CG helicopter flying away. And the entire group is just standing there still, and Chris is like, "No! Don't go!" And that's exactly it! One arm outstretched, and that's it. And everyone's just standing there like, "Oh." And then the next shot is them continuing running. It's like, "Oh, you've completely forgot that the dogs are still behind you, and you have enough time to stop." And the whole beginning was horrible. The gameplay is classic Resident Evil, though. Like, that's the only thing that saved it, but the live-action cutscene in the beginning could have done without. The GameCube remake of it was amazing, though. But now we're going on to video games. BioShock.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We're actually going to do commentary of that
Yes.
when I play it.
Yes. Okay, yeah, side note. Aside from just podcasts about regular topics, we're going to do movie commentaries and video game commentaries in the podcast. And we might do video as well, since we're doing it here on the YouTube channel. So
Also not for children to watch. I cuss
yes.
A lot.
This is PG-18. We're going to be cussing. If you allow your kids to watch, whatever.
PG-18?
Yeah, PG-18.
No.
Rated R?
Just wait. February, man. February.
Oh, yeah, this is completely rated R. This is going to take a turn for the worse, like, soon. So, but, yeah, any kids watching, like, any of you younger folk that have watched my vlogs before, and I always censored myself, things are taking they take a different route as far as Two Geeks, One Mike's channel. The blog,
say I influenced that one?
yes.
My vulgarity.
She is half of this channel, so
I like my vulgarity.
she does. And she expresses it very occasionally. Not even occasionally. It's like almost every other word that comes out of her mouth. If not a vulgar statement, something.
I'm gonna drop kick you. You don't think I can?
And she can't. Freaking contortionist.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay,
I'm actually behaving myself. I haven't cussed very much.
yeah, I know. I'm
need
very
to-
surprised.
Fuckity fuck.
She's
God damn it.
She's making. We need to put a counter on the side of the screen or something. You have to put a counter.
Oh,
Good gracious! Oh my! Good gracious! Son of a bitch!
That happened when Ray stood behind a door and tried to scare me.
It was like the half of your brain that was polite and the half of your brain that was just vulgar, just like smashed together. And I'm like scared. Like, I'm gonna scare Liz. Hi, good gracious, son of a bitch! And it was like,
I
wow.
have Tourette's.
Oh god, I would love you on Tourette's. That's a channel all on its own.
But I don't have Tourette's.
They don't have to know this. No, okay. What were we talking about? Okay,
Shaun of the
zombies. Okay, what was it? Shaun of the Dead, you
Shaun of
said?
the Dead was
Shaun of the
the
Dead,
last
last movie. Before we got into like watching 2 episodes of Doctor Who.
Everyone should have seen it.
If you have not watched Shaun of the Dead,
I'm gonna find you and dropkick you.
yeah, she'll probably do a lot worse.
Probably.
She has a handy wrench.
I like in BioShock.
Yeah, like in BioShock. She has a handy wrench and she has a truck named Frank, and she will come and find you and use this wrench.
And then tie you to a chair and duct tape your eyelids open so you have to watch the movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah. If you won't have to duct tape their eyes open because they'll probably like it after they watch the first couple scenes.
No.
You're just gonna because you prefer to tear it off of them
Oh,
afterwards.
yeah. Wow, I didn't think about that.
Oh,
They would-
damn it! I am so sorry, you guys, that I gave her that idea.
They will lose their eyelashes and their eyebrows. It takes a really long time for eyelashes to grow back too.
I have to sleep with my eyes open now.
Oh.
But yeah, Shaun of the Dead, classic zombie movie, comedy. Who's your favorite character?
I don't know. Oh, okay. Tiffany kicked me. Well, she poked me with her foot. Normally I do like Ed as an actor, like as a
Nick
character
Frost.
and how they do.
Oh, okay.
But I recently noticed that he really, for Sean's best friend, he just does not care what happens to Sean.
Yeah, he just has this like, what, like I don't give a damn about anything sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like they're surrounded by zombies. His phone rings, and instead of like trying to hide it, he's like, "Hang on, what are you doing?" 2 seconds, and he actually takes the fucking call.
Or when Sean and the two other characters are trapped inside the Jaguar with Philip.
Oh yeah, and Philip turned into a zombie.
Yeah, and he just stands there because the child locks on the doors and he doesn't do anything. I'm like, the other two people,
Diane and David.
Diane and David?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, 2 D's. Okay. Diane and David. I know he doesn't like him, but he could have at least helped Philip.
Yeah.
Or
Sean.
Whatever. There's too many people in that damn car.
And you were I can't believe
I've seen this movie like a gazillion times.
I can't believe, because I'm pretty good when it comes to movies and remembering characters, but I couldn't believe you pointed out that Philip was the same guy from Underworld.
Underworld, yes, the vampire.
I did not put that together.
Head vampire. Yeah. There are a lot of vampires in that movie.
Yeah, he got his head like cut in half at the end.
Yeah,
I did not recognize that at all.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's good. He's been in other movies too. I just can't remember.
He was also the police chief in Hot Fuzz.
Oh well, that doesn't count. Ed and Sean were in that too.
Yeah. Or you mean Nick Frost and Simon Pegg?
I didn't find that one very funny. I mean, it was okay, but it
Well,
wasn't.
they I think the thing was they just took a lot of the same references from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Idea.
I didn't enjoy it.
And you want anything from the pub? They brought a lot of the jokes back from the original.
We had a pub here. We just have crappy bars. Yeah. They're really.
We need a good classic English pub somewhere. Like with the old-fashioned fountain heads and stuff.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Yes.
If I ate fish.
We need fish and chips. If you ate fish.
I'm a vegetarian. That's lactose intolerant, so that.
A vegetarian that's lactose intolerant. You would not make a very good zombie.
But I'm not an ovo-lacto vegetarian, so kind of vegan-ish. I'll eat eggs and milk if it's baked into something, because I'm not that neurotic about it.
If you were a zombie, you would attack vegetable gardens instead of people.
I would probably be a nice zombie, really. I would apologize before I ate you. I'm sorry.
If zombies could talk.
If they could talk.
If they could talk, because
they cannot.
They can't. Now my favorite character, I was like you. I kind of liked Ed a lot. And I didn't want to be like the very stereotypical and pick
well, Sean's supposed to be likable.
Yeah, you're supposed to like him throughout the whole movie.
He's the main character.
I liked his mom, except she was ditzy and got bit.
I like Philip. Philip is probably one of my favorite characters because he's just,
I left what was it? I left a candy bar in his glove compartment and he chased me around the garden with a bit of wood. Bit of wood. You like how they say things.
I do.
I'd only muck it up if...
I'd only muck it up if I had to shoot myself.
There's a girl in the garden.
There's a girl in the garden.
There's a girl in the garden. Accents are neat.
Yes.
Except American accents. Those are not very interesting.
I like accents a lot. I like the Australian accent, actually.
But it's really similar to the British accent.
You can tell the difference.
Well, of course
but
you
it's
can
similar.
Tell the difference, but it's similar because Australia was a colony of Great Britain.
Ah, you learn something every day.
You didn't know that?
No.
They used Australia as a prison.
I'm not a history major, don't get me.
They would go around and Great Britain would dump their prisoners on Australia.
So Australia...
It wasn't colonized.
At one point Australia was like a giant Alcatraz?
Basically.
Wow.
It's a perfect place to dump people. I mean, you know how many poisonous things there are there?
This is true.
It's like they drop them in the water and swim for land. You've got great white sharks and irukandji,
fucking
the
kangaroos.
teeny tiny jellyfish that kill you like within a minute.
Oh yeah.
The kangaroos, which only kill you if you get in their space and they kick you, which they actually do. They do kick people.
Isn't
Giant spiders.
what's the island that all the Komodo dragons live on? Madagascar. Isn't that around there?
So? No. Madagascar has the jungle, but I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it. anyone knows, please.
Yeah,
please
leave
tell
that in the
us.
comments so
to
that we don't.
because we're lazy. We don't want to Google it. With
Yeah,
the
I'm not
computer
googling it
next
right
to
now.
us.
I got my laptop right here recording everything, and I'm totally not just gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys answer that one for us.
Hurry up.
You guys are bigger geeks than we are, even though we try. TARDIS.
Doctor Who.
But yeah, I think Sean's. You like the Doctor. I know you like the Doctor. You like the 10th Doctor. Let's get that right.
Yes, the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. He is good looking. He actually is not as unpleasant looking as the other doctors.
Do the others or just the 11th?
Just the other doctors. Just in general. He's probably the best looking out of them all. It's true.
I don't notice this. I'm a guy.
You should.
Damn, woman, I'm not like that. Just because I know colors and shades sometimes does not mean I can see. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
I'm giving him a very accusing facial expression.
Accusing is like the least.
I was about to say, please don't make me explain what accusing is.
But yeah, I'd have to say Sean's mom was my favorite character.
Philip.
You like Philip?
do like Philip.
Oh Jesus. He even as a zombie, he turns off the stereo in the car.
Yeah. Nothing about that man is your husband.
Click.
Or that husband isn't your. That man isn't your husband. Something like that.
Yeah. Nothing about your husband is. Well, whatever.
Nothing about that man is.
God, I've seen that movie so many. This is gonna hurt my brain now. See, this is what happens when we're on the spot. You know, but I promise once a couple podcasts in, it's just gonna be your writer's reign.
Yeah, we should
or whatever.
Record ourselves because our conversations that we have not on mic.
Not on mic are just hilarious.
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. We're just gonna have to like turn on something when we're.
We're just gonna have to turn. Yeah, we're gonna find a topic. Like, okay, let's just talk about this for right now.
Heroin broke his leg.
I cannot wait to get on that story. I seriously cannot. But no, actually, once we get more topics from other people, it's gonna be a lot easier because it's gonna be more random.
I do like
Randomosity, randomness.
Randomity, words.
She's spacing
surpass me. I need a thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
Yeah.
What's a dinosaur have to do with anything? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I know what a thesaurus is.
I was about to.
You can find it next to the dictionaries in Barnes and Noble. I swear, guys, I know what I know what it is. Really.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do. You shut up. Shut up. Okay. Wow, we were just like completely everywhere. And this is
nervous. He's making a face.
You stop.
He looks constipated.
Oh my god. TMI much? If anyone has to know, I went once already today, and it was just fine and normal.
So you're regular?
And yeah, this conversation has taken a turn from the random to the unusual to the disturbing.
Vulgar.
You already said the fuck like how many times now?
Fuckity fuck. Four times.
Plus that and.
Well, yes, but when I say the string of words, my favorite string of words.
Your favorite string of words.
My two favorite string of words.
No, your
it's probably
favorite.
Not appropriate.
The cum guzzling thunder cunt.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I'm the one that says that.
Yeah.
Not you. That's your favorite. That was so inappropriate. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've established that we don't think zombies can talk.
Yeah, zombies cannot. They should not talk at all. It's impossible.
And we actually have the zombie survival guide here
by Max
by Max Brooks as our what?
Handbook?
As our handbook through this entire process.
Yeah.
You should hear. Well, we'll get to it, but you should hear Liz's plan should the zompocalypse be upon us.
Plan is fucking awesome.
I agree with. At first, I was sketchy about it, but it makes sense. It makes.
Doubt me?
At first. Do not hit me with that.
I will
book.
hit you with the Bible.
Okay, yeah.
The zombie survival guide is by Bible. I will hit you with it.
Okay, that's a lot coming from you. Okay. I didn't doubt. It's just I had my own plan, and then I only doubted because I'm like,
Your plan is stupid. I don't even know what your plan is, but it's stupid.
I'm not mentioning it anymore because
it does not make sense, and my plan surpasses yours. Does it not?
It does.
You would have died.
I would have died. It
What was I like?
it does involve barricading.
I thought you've learned out of all
No,
the
I
songs.
did.
Do not barricade yourself. You have to have an escape
No,
route.
yeah, I have an escape route, but it involves barricading and having a proper escape route.
Where would you barricade yourself in?
I would warehouse. What? Big heavy doors? More than one exit?
They've done that before.
What do you
in
mean?
a zombie movie, I just can't remember which one.
I'm not sure.
It didn't turn out well. Because you have those giant sliding doors. How the hell are you that are motion detected?
Yeah.
How are you going to get in? If the motion detection stops, you're going to have to break it in the window, and then you're going to have to find something to board it up.
If you can board up every entrance, then you're fine. And there's always more than one way to get out. As long as you keep everything open.
That's such a large area to try to make sure.
You don't have to. You don't have to make sure the entire area. You just have to like blockade off one section of it. But the purpose.
No, like if you barricade yourself in Sam's Club. Sam's Club is a gigantic warehouse. Good God, that scared me. Oh, Tiffany. It's a giant warehouse. You have to go and survey the entire thing to find the zombies.
Clearing it out is one thing, but once you're in. What, did I get it?
I don't know.
Okay, there's something flying around the room. Once you're in and you have cleared the place out, then you're pretty much good to go as long as no zombie saw you enter the place. Then you just barricade the doors.
That's not true, because zombies can sense you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then as long as you're barricaded, you're fine. You'll have to have a group of people, obviously. I don't plan on doing this by myself.
And then once you get in, once the zombies get in, you're...
Then you take the escape route. And then hence, this is why I'm saying that my plan sucks.
Yes, because if the zombies surround the place, which is, that's what they do, you wouldn't have a way out. Yeah, you wouldn't have a way out.
Hence why my plan would not.
You're exactly
work.
damn right. It would not work.
The only thing that I stand with are my weapons of choice.
I have one word for you, listeners, viewers,
Listeners,
whatever.
It can be both.
Aircraft carrier.
I bow to that because I never.
Is that one word or two?
Aircraft carrier. I think that's 3 words.
Aircraft.
No, aircraft. That's 2 words.
Is one word. Is it hyphenated?
No.
Aircraft carrier. Is that hyphenated?
I'm gonna have Google pulled up on our.
Okay, whatever. 2, 3, one word.
Aircraft carrier. Wow, we completely harmonized.
That's my word choice
Yes.
for you guys. Wow,
Aircraft carrier.
I stuttered. Stuttered.
And okay, before we go into zombie theory, then why? Well, I already know why, but you can go ahead and explain why your plan beats out any other plan.
Must I? It's aircraft carrier. Why?
But
does that need explaining? All you have to do is, I married a military personnel. So
you hear that? She's married.
Yes. So so it wouldn't be all that big of a difficulty to get onto the aircraft carrier with so many other people.
Right.
But see, it's like people go there, they're stationed there, and they have to live there for months on a time. So it's stocked. People live there. It's like a tiny little civilization in the middle of the ocean because you have to make sure it's out away from. Zombies cannot swim. They walk underwater. And they can't grab onto anything, so it's not like they're going to grab an anchor and drag themselves up. Now, if they're kind of like wrapped around the anchor and you pull up the anchor, then yes, you now have a zombie on your
board.
boat. But unless you're stupid, and the anchor for a aircraft carriers don't have anchors, do they?
I believe they do. I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, if they do, then the anchor doesn't come up onto the ship. It goes into the side of the boat.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that. You have the barracks, and you have food, and you have water, and you have your own little system, like civilization. You also have airplanes because it's an aircraft carrier. So it has fuel and stuff to keep running, and airplanes to go and survey to get more supplies if you need it. Or eventually you might have to suck the fuel out of the airplanes in order to do something with it to repurpose it. You also have guns.
Long-range guns.
I almost died.
We don't want you dying.
You have guns, and you have military personnel, and all those computers and such. It surpasses everyone's plan out there. All what I have to do is obtain a flight thingy.
A helicopter.
Or something. I really hate helicopters.
This is
A small, like, 4-person plane would do fine.
just any sort.
Any sort of flying machine. A hot air balloon, for Christ's sakes. That would work, too.
But, okay. So that's pretty much the gist of your plan.
Is to get onto
Got
an
an
aircraft.
aircraft.
Yes.
And I completely agree. Because, yeah, holding up somewhere, even if it's in the middle of nowhere, it's not foolproof.
Yep.
Whereas on an aircraft carrier, there's no way they can get on unless someone who's infected gets on.
Yeah.
So that therein lies your only trick is to actually getting aboard.
Yeah, it's getting aboard and then having to worry about other people who have the same similar ideas and try to get on. It's not like you don't have medical personnel on the aircraft carriers anyway, so it's not like having an exam would be all that big of a deal. And then you have all those weapons that if an outbreak does occur, you have a fixed population that you just have to kill and toss overboard.
And they can't swim, so there's not like they can get back on the boat.
Exactly.
Okay, so
My plan rules. And if anyone sees fault with that, please give me suggestions to improve it, or I'll...
If you think your plan is better than Liz's, leave it. Yeah, that would be.
Please email us at 2geeks1mic@gmail.com.
Thank you.
And I will personally write back to you and tell you why your plans suck.
Uh-oh, there's a challenge has been made here. This is going to be so
And if
interesting.
you can come up with a plan that is better than mine,
I would
get a
actually like to
smiley
see that.
face.
If I would like to see that. If anyone has a plan better than Liz's to the point where she agrees,
Yeah. Because I can find fault in just about anything.
we'll feature it on the show. So if you think you can come up with a better zombie apocalypse plan than Liz's aircraft carrier idea, please let us know. And I would love to see that because I'd love to hear her say someone else is right.
You know that's not going to happen.
You never know. It's a big world out there.
No, it's not.
Uh-huh.
It's a relatively small world. It's a small world after all.
Yeah, it's just, no, it's not. It's not a very small world.
Yes, it is. With the invention of the internet, the world got a lot smaller.
This is true. This is why we need a TARDIS.
Yes, time and space travel.
Tiffany just took off her shirt. Just thought you people should know. She's changing. She's changing. Come on.
I'm not. It's hot.
Okay. I guess going from that weapon of choice during a zombie apocalypse.
See, that's so difficult.
Okay, how about we separate? How about we separate it from close range and long range?
Yeah, but you got to think of like the ease of mobility with it. If you have a gun, how much ammunition you need, because you can't carry around like a 22. That's just not going to do anything.
Of course.
But if you carry around something like a 9mm or a 45, the bullets themselves are difficult to come by. Not like Walmart won't stock them. They have 22s.
Not to mention they're loud.
Yeah, they are loud. So that attracts more zombies. But if you have like a sword or a machete or something like that, then... But see, then you have to have like up close and personal combat with them.
Sharpening tools.
Yeah.
Because if they're not gonna hold up very long.
I would probably be best as a sniper, stationed like up high and
With a spotter.
having time to fix my position and then shoot. I could be able to do that. Now up close and personal, I don't know how much I'd fare well.
Well, I know I'd have to have something like a lead pipe, something.
You have to have some sort of weapon. You can't just not have.
Yeah.
anything.
Well, I'd want something that's light, but the weight was evenly distributed because, well, yeah, like
Yeah,
a
we discussed
wrench.
this last night.
Yeah, if you have a wrench,
Wrench is
it's
top
weighted.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
you swing and miss.
Your whole body's off balance and you basically fall unless you're just super balanced. And then the zombie gets you.
Yeah.
But if you have a lead pipe, it's long and hollow, and the weight is even, and then you can just. Boom.
Ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's like, if we move on from, well, sticking to melee, or is it melee? I don't know how you melee.
Melee.
Okay. Sharp objects, machetes, and swords. Those require upkeep.
Well, so does a gun. You have to clean that. And
This
that's
is
tiny
true.
pieces you have to take apart. and stick back together.
Which is also the downside.
And when you're taking them apart and cleaning them, what happens when a zombie pops up and tries to eat you and your gun's in pieces?
You're stuck with your melee weapon.
If you have it in range.
I will drill a hole through the bottom of my lead pipe and put a sling through it. Somehow, I don't know. Oh, she's pulling out her Bible. Ah! Woman! No! I will not be proven wrong.
No, they mentioned slings in here.
Are they good?
I'm looking for it.
They better be.
The sling.
Because they're supposed to keep your weapon within arm's reach. That's the whole point.
They like get tangled up and shit.
Depends on how much gear you have on.
Okay, this is a quote from the book. Theoretically, it is possible to dispatch a zombie with a silent headshot just under 30 paces. However, even with months of training, the chances of scoring such a hit are 1 in 10 at best. With no experience, the wielder would just be better off throwing stones.
Well,
Fail. You can't do it.
Well, you never know. I'll take my chances in the 1 in 10.
The blowgun. Who the frick would want to have a blowgun as your weapon? Given the poison that has no effect on the undead, discount this weapon entirely.
Crossbow.
They do mention a crossbow.
It's right there.
I know the reload time on a...
Yeah, they say because of the reload time, it's probably... the crossbow is a sniper's weapon, not a crowd stopper. That's the quote from it. So it's okay to use if you're at long range.
You need to have good accuracy.
But still, you have to carry around the bolts, and it's not like after you shoot one, you're gonna run out there and take the bolt out of it.
This is true.
And bolts are not easy to come by. Not to mention, a lot of them are heavy. You also have a hand bow. The main advantage to crossbows and hand bows and stuff like that is because they're silent, and
right.
You really need a silent, or you can obtain a silencer for your gun. It's illegal.
It's illegal in Florida. It's murder is illegal. It's illegal in Florida, but if you have a sniper, I mean not a sniper, a silencer.
Yeah, they don't suggest a hand bow because you have to get up close to them. With unlike a compound crossbow,
yeah.
You do those things are freaking huge. They're almost as tall as the person wielding it.
And reloading is a bitch.
Not to mention you have to be really strong in order to do it.
Yeah. And even if you are strong to do it, after like a dozen times, you're not gonna have enough strength to keep.
My ex-boyfriend used to do crossbow hunting. He would hunt deers with it.
So he was saying it was.
Yeah, they would camp. I saw it. He would basically sit up in a tree.
Holy shit! Like a deer perch.
Yeah. They would pick spots and go up in trees, yeah, with their little bow. It actually wasn't little. They're actually really big. And considering he's like over 6 feet tall, the bow itself was like to his chest.
Wow.
It was huge.
So then what would be your so your weapon of choice is a sniper because of the distance and the range?
If I was in a fixed location, it would do that. If I was on the run, like if I was not, camping out somewhere.
Right.
A sniper rifle's long and cumbersome, and if you're up close and personal, the only thing you could use it with is like a club, and that's not going to kill anything.
Temporarily dispatch, but yeah, not kill.
Yeah.
You'd need a spotter.
Mm-hmm. And someone to carry my gun. They'd be my bitch.
Okay, so hers is a sniper. I'd probably go with a handgun if I had a silencer.
I would only use the rifle if I was in a fixed location. Now, if I was on the run, I would not pick a sniper rifle.
What would be your mobile weapon of choice?
Probably... Oh, we discussed katanas the other night, and that would probably be my choice with a sidearm, which would be a 45 handgun. Because
the katana can...
It can slice through people. They test it on how many bodies it can go through on a pig, because a pig's body is similar to humans. And back when it was first being made, like way back, Japan's old people, they would test it on prisoners and execute them that way. They would cut them in half from their abdomen. Yeah. So if it can go through a pig's body, it can go through a human body. And they're supposed to be able to go through like 3 pigs, like entire gigantic.
Before stopping or just
pigs? Yeah, but like cut completely through them with one swing. That's how. Yeah.
So you turn ninja on the zombie.
Basically, I'm a ninja.
Well, I was at first when we had that conversation, I was thinking about power to swing a long sword. But if you had a small 32-inch blade,
Oh, like this little. I mean, yes, because you guys can see what.
yeah, you could see our hands, how far apart our hands
It's
are.
less than a yard.
Yeah, no, but that you can have a full yard sword if it's a full tang, which means that the metal piece of the blade goes into the handle, which is what you want because it's more sturdy, not instead of having two pieces welded together, which is fucking stupid. But notice the dramatic pause.
Fucking stupid.
But yeah, if you had, I was thinking about it. I was thinking of just a standard long sword, but if you had a smaller katana on you, like a lightweight one, I could see that.
Either way, you
working.
still have to have it strapped onto your back anyway, because you don't want to like have it carrying and flopping around. And
Yeah.
you're on a motorcycle, which is probably your ideal choice
Best,
of
yeah.
transportation.
Even
you
in
want
a
it on your
group,
back.
I'd be on a motorcycle.
You'd
Something
be
easy
like
to
in
get
a
around.
motorcycle gang. It's
Yeah.
hard to carry a lot of equipment, but I mean,
Well, you could be in a motorcycle gang and just have one main vehicle, like a Jeep or something.
yeah.
What about High School of the Dead?
Well, they had a main. High School of the Dead had a main vehicle.
Well, in a lot of movies, like you'll see people driving around in cars, but then you get on the interstate or something, there's a pile up and you can't get through.
Yeah,
but a smaller
exactly.
vehicle could, like a motorcycle.
Mhm.
So they actually had that incident happen on The Walking Dead on the second season.
Yeah, very first episode of second season. That's exactly what they ran into, which is an amazing series.
It is. It's good.
I still have to buy the first season. And High School of the Dead, if you haven't seen it, is also a very good zombie series. But big warning, there's a lot of what is it called, fan service in this. So if any of the guys out there, if you like,
Boobs?
yeah, like animated girls with gravity defying titties, then
That's just not fair.
yeah.
Damn it.
Then you'd probably like the series. But the
I want to be
fan,
a cartoon.
I know you do, but you know
Oh.
that we don't have an alternate reality button that can turn us into anime characters. Not to mention, you'd be annoyed with me even more if I were an anime character.
You're right.
So would you be able to handle that? Is that a fair
I
trade?
just want to be animated, not you.
I have big eyes.
Yeah, I want the big eyes
The big-
with the hair that's super long, but like
Never gets in your
yeah,
face and
yeah.
always stays
It's just
proportional.
perfect. Yeah, and the big boobs
And the ability to
and the
run
teeny
around
tiny
and
little waist.
the ability to run around and not have them hinder you at all.
And wearing short skirts, but your underwear never showing.
Yeah, I forget you're into those sort of things.
I like short skirts. What's wrong with
Oh,
short
to-
skirts?
I never said anything was wrong with short. Don't hit me,
Different
please.
topic.
There's no way we can have an alternate reality.
My clothing
in
choice alone.
I never said anything wrong about your clothing choice.
That's a different
Never.
topic.
Never
Zombie
once. Never once had I said anything wrong about your clothing choice.
clothing.
Never.
He lies.
I do not.
Liar.
I know that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Ew.
Wow, I just got no.
I win.
Damn it! Son of a bitch! Oh, I can't. Oh my god, son of a bitch!
Oh my goodness, son
This
of
is-
a
This
bitch!
is precisely as hard to.
Huh?
Your hair is like.
It's got a poof in it because
Leave
of the
my hair
headphones.
it's curly as fuck, I know. It's really curly and poofy.
And mine's not doing anything crazy because of the hat I've been wearing all day.
Because you have fucking Asian hair. It's not fair. That's what I want. Asian
You want
hair.
So you don't need to have another alternate reality. You just need a boob job and Asian hair.
I'm working on it. In February. Not the Asian hair part, because that's slightly difficult.
Yeah, that you can't really get that unless you like scalp somebody. And
Yeah, I was always jealous of one of my exes because he had Asian hair.
Did it was long?
No, it was a little bit longer than yours, but
Would you?
it was straight and black and
Have
not
you-
fair.
Have you seen me with long hair? Like any of the pictures? When I
Yeah,
had it?
yeah.
Oh god.
Well, he had a sister, and her hair was straight and long, and now it wasn't as dark as the majority, because they were half Japanese and half white. So her wasn't as dark colored as most Japanese girls' hair
but
is.
the
the texture,
texture
of it was still
the same.
straight and
Of
not
course.
fair. Not fair.
You can straighten yours.
Yes, I can, only in the wintertime.
Why only in the wintertime?
Humidity.
Oh, because then you
It's
step
called-
outside and it's like,
I can hear it growing. Go
what have you been taking? You can hear your hair growing.
acid.
Acid.
PCP.
DCP. This weed's really good. It's because I put blow in it. Oh, shit.
Oh, drugs.
Drugs are good. No, they're not, kids. But then again, no kid should be listening to this right now, so
Please no.
please don't be.
I don't want
Don't be
to
listening to
get in
this.
trouble.
Okay, so we figured out our weapons on zombies. Now, what can zombies do and what they can't do? So we've already decided they can't talk,
They cannot climb anything.
they can't swim,
They cannot grab rocks and throw it at you.
yeah, they can't bust windows.
Not with a rock.
What was you explain how zombies eventually like break into an area?
They basically will pile up on each other. And, like, the first one, like, if you have a staircase, they can't climb the stairs, so they hit the first step and they fall. What will basically happen is a bunch of zombies will be coming and they will pile up on each other, and then the other zombies will just start to,
Crawl or
like, yeah, basically they can crawl, because you see ones that are, like, cut in half and they're still
Yeah.
crawling. They'll crawl.
up the stairs.
And they'll eventually get to you, just it takes a couple weeks. It's inevitable. You're
It
gonna
takes
die.
time, yeah.
Do not do that. If you have a staircase, blow it.
Yeah.
No, like, blow it up. Not the other thing.
Not the other thing.
Not the other thing. You blow it up and you isolate yourself on the top floor. And you can even, like, take out parts of your ceiling, like the roof, and turn it into a garden and such. Yeah, you can create your own habitat.
On the second floor of your house.
Collecting rain that falls, you just have to take out a piece of your roof.
This is why I'm sticking with you when the zompocalypse occurs.
Well, see, my parents' house is the second story, and I cannot take credit for that plan because one of my exes came up with it.
Oh, what staying on the second story of a house? That's if we can't get to a carrier.
That's if I can't get to a carrier.
Gee,
Although
yeah.
I still had that plan, and I argued with him, but he refused to accept my reality. And I just think he just didn't want to learn how to fly a plane.
I think it's just because he didn't want to be wrong.
That too, he was really stubborn. Damn
Much like
Taurus.
I didn't want to be, but it's like I think about it, it's like, damn, I do. If a zombie apocalypse happened, I would want to be on an
See?
aircraft carrier.
This is why I
So
love my husband. He hardly ever argues with me. He knows that I'm just too damn stubborn. He just accepts it and he goes, "Of course, baby. I know."
I try my best to
Can't say that
argue.
Trey.
What? No, I'm untrainable. I try to argue my best with you, but when you're right, god damn it, you're right.
I know. My logic is unflawable.
Flawless. Just go with
It's
flawless.
My logic is flawless.
Yes.
It cannot be flawed.
Yeah,
You cannot poke holes in it. Damn it.
I can try.
And I will kick you.
Is that your response to everything? Physical violence? Okay, please, no drop kicking to the face.
Yes. My physical violence is my answer.
Ah, sorry, Steven.
I don't physically harm him.
Much.
Yeah, well, no. There are occasions.
Okay, so second floor, knock that one off the list. Second floor.
You can stay on the second floor of a building. It's just not recommended. Because how are you going to get down? How are you going to escape?
Well,
There is.
it's not a. You can jump from a second story if you know how to
Yes,
land.
you can as long as there aren't zombies everywhere.
It's
However, my parents' neighborhood has a lot of second-story houses, so the majority of the houses, one house next to us is a second story. We could theoretically. There are windows adjacent from each other, from my parents' house and their house. We
So
could
go from
take
one
a
house
ladder.
from
and
one to the other and keep moving.
One to a ladder. We could do that and have two houses that are blown and do it like that way. So it's like a little community. But this house next to theirs is not a second story house, so that would not work. Now, if you were in like tall loft-like buildings, like in a large city, you could have like entire city blocks that are just strung together by ladders and travel that way across each.
As long as
one.
you've.
As long as the zombies will always figure it out.
Yeah, but as long as you've taken out any means of getting to the upper levels.
Yes, and the levels have to be like pretty high up. They can't be like second story buildings. They have to be like 4 stories
Yeah.
in order to keep the zombies from getting up there. And once they do, you're kind of fucked as in how to get down.
Right. Well, that's why I prefer the second story sort of scenario because a drop from a second story, if need be, isn't that very
it's not
high.
like you can't have a ladder, like a flat ladder going down one of the houses
As an emergency.
to get out.
Escape,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
zombies
Fire
cannot
escape.
climb ladders.
Fire escape.
Fire escapes stop on like the second floor.
Yeah, but
Like,
then you
you have
can
to drop.
you can make that drop from the second
What
floor.
happens if you have like 50 pounds of gear on and
You
you
drop the gear first. Yeah.
never drop your gear?
You make sure the area is clear. You drop your gear
You
first. You drop
never
down.
Drop your gear. What if someone is standing close by watching you make this escape, see your gear drop, waits for you to drop down with it while you're
What are you
falling
gonna?
on the ground? The person takes your gear and runs off, and you have no weapons. You are fucked. How are you going to get back up the fire escape?
Who said
you
you're gonna get
can't!
hurt? You have to do it in a safe way. You have to know how to drop. You have to know how
What
to.
if you drop and you accidentally twist your ankle?
Then
Yeah,
You're-
yeah, and you can't jump up the fire escape again because it's a friggin' story
freaking
up.
damn your logic, woman.
Ha! I've been studying zombies since middle school, bitch. I know what I'm talking about.
I still think it's feasible. The second story, if
Feasible?
yes,
It's a funny word.
you're a funny word. It can be done. If there's somebody nearby watching you make escape, shoot them and then drop down.
You die.
You would not die.
You would lose all your gear and possibly die.
You would not die if you knew how to
Your
do it
idea is
properly.
stupid.
It might be stupid, but it's an option.
No, it's not. It is not.
You're just so smug with the fact that your aircraft carrier
My
trumps,
aircraft carrier is
trumps
badass.
all ideas. Although it would be cool to fly a
I don't want to fly it. I don't even want to
no,
be
I mean-
alive to implement my plan. I just want to tell people about it.
See, okay, then that's the next thing. Shooting people that are either turning or whatnot. Because you have told me you'd rather get shot before any
Yeah.
of the... Could not do it.
I don't give a fuck about humanity. So, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it as long as it wasn't like a super small thing, like a child. I don't think I could kill a child. I don't like them, granted. I don't want them. But I don't think I could kill them.
Yeah, no.
I'm not that heartless, okay? I can be a heartless bitch the majority of the time, people. But killing a child is probably where I draw the line.
Yeah, I could
Or a
kill,
dog. I can't kill animals.
I couldn't kill anybody or anything unless for the sole fact that they had been bitten. There's no way out of it.
You would kill me.
If you were bitten, yes, I would.
I love you too.
I probably wouldn't have a problem. Like, okay. Well, what if someone was... Okay, what if a person, not bitten, was coming and trying to steal your stuff and possibly endangering your camp?
If yeah.
Yes, you would kill
But
them!
that's different. That's
It's still murder.
that's still sort of defense. It's it's survival. But if it was just somebody that was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to risk getting bit. Shoot
Mercy.
me.
It's
Yeah,
mercy.
mercy killing. I couldn't do it.
But that's mercy.
But
It's
at the
doing them
same
a
time,
favor.
it's hard.
Would you rather have them torn apart by zombies and then come back as one? And then possibly come back and kill you?
If they were bitten, then yes, I would blow the person's
They
brain
will
off.
get bitten, though.
Then I'd blow their brains off after the fact.
So you love them so much.
You're stupid.
Why?
It's just it's difficult. That's still considered, even if it was a request, it'd still be considered murder
No.
to me.
No. Angel of mercy. That's what you'd be.
If it was somebody that I didn't know very well, like someone I met on the road and they asked for it, maybe I'd have it'd be easier on me. But if it was
change his mind. I'm changing his mind.
if it was somebody like you or somebody I knew, I couldn't
win.
do it.
I win.
Liz.
You shut up. You win nothing.
I win. I win.
You win nothing.
Still doesn't mean I don't win.
Steven, I don't know how you do it, man.
He ignores me.
You
most of the time.
you have no idea what you married. It's like
we
a
ignore each other most of the time.
it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Ms. Hyde here, sort of thing.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. Like, okay, it fine. I'll say that it's subjective as to the situation.
I bet Steven would kill me. Because he loves me.
Oh, damn you.
He would do it because I
And,
asked him to. Yep.
well, and kudos to Steven.
Would you kill me if I asked you to?
Only if you were bitten.
That's stupid.
What if I ran out, got bitten, and then came back and said,
Then yes, I would shoot you.
The
It's-
listeners- the
it's-
Wait,
listeners
no.
can't.
So
I can't-
you would let me run out and get bitten in the first place?
If I didn't know what you were doing, it's not like I'm supposed to know that's what you're running out for. God, I might think you're going out to get supplies or something, come back and something happened. You got bitten. Oh, well.
I'm running outside screaming, I want to get bit.
You shut up.
Ha! I win.
You know,
You're not even in this conversation.
I still win though because now you're helping change his mind to my logic.
Well,
Okay, love you too.
shit, damn.
I hate you, Liz.
Oh, I love you.
That's one thing.
Let's go to
Liz
D Island.
different about.
The island.
This is gonna be hilarious once we start doing the game commentary because I now want to see you play Bioshock.
Huh?
I will bring all this gear over and we'll set up your Xbox. I'll set up the camera. We will watch you play Bioshock.
Back here, bitch. Come back here. Get wrenched in the face like everyone else. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I hate using their guns because it's a first-person shooter. I'm really bad at first-person shooters.
there's a lot of first-person shooters like Left 4 Dead. I prefer the melee combat as opposed to.
That's only in the second one.
Well, still, second one, first one. I prefer melee combat in those sort of games rather
You don't
than.
have melee combat in the first one.
Are you sure?
Dead sure, you can butt them with your gun, but you can't pick up a sword or anything.
Oh, that's messed
You
up.
only have guns.
Well, then it's only the second one that I've ever played. Then
What?
I've only ever played the second one. I've never played
No,
the
the
first one.
second one sucks.
But it's
yes,
got the-
I like the fact that you can pick up a frying pan. It makes a ding sound when you hit someone. But
I
it's
like your
stupid.
logic. That's the one thing you pick out. I like the second one because you can pick up a frying pan and it goes ding when you hit somebody. That was your.
Go figure, a woman picking up a cooking object.
Where are you going? The kitchen's not that way.
No, because they have too many specialty zombies in the second one.
But still, it's okay. Granted, there's no such thing as a specialty zombie in real life.
Well, yes, that's true. But I'm talking about from a video game perspective of Left 4 Dead. They made way too many specialty zombies for the second one than keeping the... And they should not have changed the cast. Should not have changed the characters.
Well, who was your favorite character of the first one then?
Bitch. I do like Zoe
Zoe.
from
Yeah.
the first one. She's
A
not
lot
the
of
black
people
girl.
like Zoe.
Not
Yeah.
the
No.
black girl.
No. Not the.
She's the only chick in the entire first... Well, you have the
There's
black
only
chick.
one chick
There's only one
in
chick per
every
group. Yeah.
in every group.
I do like in the second one. I like the guy in the white suit
Oh, I forgot his name.
because he's kind of stuck up and snobby.
Yeah.
I like him.
Oh, come on, coach. Maybe the helicopter's made of chocolate.
Oh.
Fuck you.
And I hate the clown zombies in the second one.
Because you just don't like clowns.
I don't like clowns. They make the shoes make noises. when you walk.
Okay, side note, I did not know this, so you have full permission to slap me for this. Well, hit me upside the head. I did not know that Tim Curry was the clown in It.
I've never watched it all the way through because I'm too afraid of it.
Okay, but he was. So the same guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show is also the killer clown in It.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I love Tim Curry as an actor, but the whole point of me not watching it is because at the end he turns into a giant spider.
Yeah.
And I remember watching a scene as the spider is down in the sink drain and the bubble of blood comes up and bursts and there's like blood everywhere and the girl is trying to clean it but she can't, like she visually can't get the idea of blood everywhere out of her head. Creep me out. The spider fucking talked.
You don't like clowns?
I hate spiders.
That's your worst horror movie. Clowns and spiders all in one.
I can handle clowns, don't get me wrong. If I had to watch something with clowns, and clowns in general don't like, if there's a clown there, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it's not gonna make me flip out. Spiders and needles will make me flip out. I will.
It's a good idea to tell our listeners like what you're afraid of.
Well,
It's not like they can do
and
anything.
it's not like they're gonna come and chase me around with a needle.
Yeah. So
No,
they
they
can send you
can't chase
images,
you
but
with
it's like
spiders.
they can't really do much as far as, physically. Unless they live here.
I'm gonna chase her with clown spider needles.
Clown spider.
A spider dressed up like a clown with needle legs.
Wow. Someone draw that. Someone draw that and send it in. A spider dressed as a clown with needle
It's
legs.
just like Limbo, but instead of the
We
spider,
have-
it has
you're-
a clown head.
Thank you for mentioning that you are so
Hate
playing it.
Limbo.
You're playing
There's
Limbo.
a giant spider and it
Who
chases
gives
me
a flying
around.
fuck?
She does. Leave her alone.
I care.
Did you like when it wrapped you up in a web and you had to hop around and it was chasing you?
I've had a brown recluse spider bite my ass twice. I have a scar still. It happened when I was 10.
No, we will not be showing any pictures of that in case anyone asks.
No.
But I'm sorry that
It's
a brown
like a figure
recluse.
8.
I'm sorry a brown recluse bit you, but that has nothing to do with it.
Twice.
Well, you gave it the opportunity.
I was on medication for 2 whole weeks and it was gross.
Well, I'm sorry that had happened, but still, spiders are awesome.
No, they're not.
I had a spider both in the last place and in this new apartment, and I've named both of them Hank, and they have not caused anyone any harm.
Bullshit.
And they died.
Which of natural causes of the second one? I don't know how Hank number 1 died at the other house, unless you had something to do with it.
I didn't. I'm too afraid to get close to it.
Yes, so then I know that you couldn't possibly be the perpetrator.
I did. I was
Run, Hank, run!
I was trying to walk home. I was trying to walk from the driveway into my parents' house one night when I still lived there, and a spider had spun its web between the 2 bushes, in between the walkway that I'd have to walk through, and I could see the spider in the web just hanging there. I was like, shit,
what's up, Liz?
shit, I can't walk through because I'm going to get attacked by the spider. It was not all that big. It was probably about the size of a dime or something.
Oh,
but I could
Jesus.
see it. I could see it. That was the point. It was dark outside and the porch light was on, and I could see it. So I couldn't walk through it. So I took off my shoe and threw my shoe at the spider. So it knocked it down, and then I found it because it was trying to crawl away from my shoe, and I smashed it so I could get into the house.
So morbid.
Because it was going to follow me and eat me.
At the very least, bite you, but he wouldn't eat
Ah!
you. Not unless the giant mama spider came out of the ground, which is the
Shut
size
up.
of a trailer.
Shut up. It's like 8-legged freaks.
Yeah.
Which I've seen.
Did you like it?
I liked the fact that the spiders would make funny noises, like yeah, like
I'd follow them around in
when when it got caught in the door, in the car door, and the
Oh.
car door was driving, because every time it hit the road, that was kind of funny. I enjoyed that. Or
But
when it
you
got
just-
pepper sprayed in the face.
Yeah, I like the giant tank tarantula that showed up in that movie. That was awesome.
I thought that was funny.
If I found a crushed spider in my house, I'd know it was you then.
Yes.
Well, Hank was.
I did not kill Hank,
No.
although I.
I was so distraught. I drew a chalk line around his body and everything.
The spider was
Whatever,
tiny.
he's
What'd
still
you
in
do?
the bathroom.
Drew like a little dot.
He's not that tiny.
No, Hank's actually pretty big.
He was actually pretty big. He was a pretty big. He was like. Yeah,
I don't want
about
to know.
that
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
No. Shut up.
big. Yay.
Shut up.
Oh, the turning point now.
Okay, what else is
Ah! No, that's pretty much.
Topic.
I will beat you.
That's not the topic of. We're not doing anything like that. No physical violence, please. Stop looking at me like that. I'm scared to turn the mics off because the second the mics come off, shit hits the fan.
I'll turn on the camera.
So getting it.
Oh no, Steven! Call the police!
He can't.
He's
in
Iraq.
Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan. I'm sorry, but wow, we completely went off topic. This is exactly why we do the podcast, because we always end up like rambling on about stupid stuff.
We'd have to trace our conversation.
Yeah, so we can't. That's why we have to have the warnings in the beginning, because we cannot control where our conversations go. I remember one time we were talking one night about zombies, and it turned up to coworkers, video games, and
Boobs were in there.
boobs, Steven, and
Something
other
about
things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sex swing.
a sex swing. Like, yeah. So, yeah, when things go crazy when we're just babbling on, but we're trying to keep with like similar topics, but we're not holding any responsibility as to where the conversations go.
It's not our fault. We have ADD. Our brains think too fast.
Yeah, we can't pause. Our brains think too fast for that. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything we wanted to cover for this first podcast. And whoa, we are an hour and 10
Holy
minutes.
shit,
This is
really?
awesome. I was aiming for just an hour for the first podcast, at least 45 minutes, because some of the really great podcasts last that long. You watch a video and expect to watch it between 5 and 15 minutes. You don't listen to a podcast expecting for like a 10-minute
Yeah.
show. So
Don't forget about the suggestions.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That covers zombies and almost everything else that we ended up going off topic about. But this being the very first podcast we just had stuck to a generic topic, and
Favorite of ours.
a very big favorite of ours, something that comes up in conversation a lot.
Frequently.
It always comes up with lots of debates, lots of arguing, lots of throwing things. But
We're gonna get comments about the sex swing.
yeah, I know we are.
Yeah, shouldn't have mentioned.
We'll talk about other stuff in the future. But
I was about to say we're discussing that really.
well, I don't know. It might end up like after a while we'll be like, did we really just talk? Yeah, we did. Yeah, screw it. Let's
Totally
keep
had
it
a
in there.
conversation about the sex swing.
But if you have any topics you want us to talk about, any questions you want to ask, or any suggestions, let us know in the comments down below. We are very open-minded. We will let you know what we don't want to talk about because we will actually tell you.
Say it, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to give you a list now. We're just going to wait for you to make a suggestion for us, and then we'll just completely shoot it down.
We will make you feel stupid.
We will, we don't do advice, but if you want to ask for advice, I have no problem letting Liz tell you her blunt and honest opinion.
I apologize in advance for any hurt feelings I may cause.
Do your worst, people. But yes, this is basically just to have fun, hence it being uncensored. Fuck shit, I don't care anymore. We're all adults, so go ahead and leave your suggestions in the comment section below. If you want to like us on Facebook, it's facebook.com/2geeks1mic. Be sure to subscribe. We'll have a Tumblr page up, and that would be 2geeks1mic.tumblr.com. Once we have that up, we'll post photos and updates there.
Be our friends. Email us.
Yep, 2geeks1mic@gmail.com is our email. We are not getting a Twitter.
Thank God.
We are not getting a Twitter.
I don't want to have to tweet.
No, if we did, I'd monitor it, but I'm like, I have so much stuff to monitor as it is, so...
I hate Twitter.
Yeah, so Liz is an admin on the Facebook page, so she can reply to anything that you guys want to post or comment about. So yeah, go ahead and like all that stuff that I had just mentioned and other stuff and things that are related to us because they are going live today.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm excited. I'm ready to hear y'all's suggestions.
Yes.
And emails. I want to read them and crush your dreams. I'll try to be nice as much as I can.
She's a lot nicer than she seems, but she just has. It's not that she intends to be mean. It's just she has no moral barometer. She just speaks her mind.
I have a crusty outside and a soft center.
There you go.
No, I'm really just crusty all the way through. I really, yeah.
You couldn't even hold on to that for a second, could you?
I'm never nice. Steven, yeah, he that upsets
God
him.
bless him. Really.
He loves me anyway. Oh.
That pretty much concludes this first podcast, and I hope you guys liked it. Leave your comments, suggestions, everything else down below. Like I already said, my ADD's pulling me way off. And whoa, where did that come from? I'm pulling on the microphone.
Beating the microphone. That.
Yeah.
We got a little beat going.
Yeah. But all right, that's pretty much it. Liz, do you have any last words before we sign out?
Wow. You just had to say that because the first thing that popped in my mind was the foamy pulling a glow stick out of her cleavage.
What I was thinking.
Once you get cleavage.
What? I'm working on it. February, damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my foot in my mouth come February. I know it.
Obviously, if the listeners have not grasped this yet, I'm getting a boob job come February.
Oh boy.
There will be updates come February about that one, and a lot of me cussing on lore tab.
Yeah. So, if you have any questions about that, yeah.
Feel
there
free
you go.
to email me.
But yeah, this is the new thing, 2 Geeks 1 Mic. We are gonna go ahead and call that a day. Sign out. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is Ray signing off and
Liz
signing off. So keep on vlogging and everything else. And yes, I'm keeping that tagline. Shut up.
Yeah.
Peace.